This is a warning to anyone traveling to Vietnam for the first time, because I'm literally shaking right now.
Just got hardcore scammed in Vietnam. You won't believe that.
Man, American tourists really have the nerve.
Be prepared for the culture shock when you come to Vietnam.
I'm getting kicked out of Vietnam after only being here for 48 hours.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
You don't even speak the same language, and you still find new ways to call me bitch.
I never thought that this would happen in Vietnam.
That stuff is like crap.
But what exactly would make us the boogeyman?
And nobody was gonna tell me?
You leaving tomorrow for sure, because this visa say till tomorrow.
Little did I know, the second woman was about to rob us.
So they're just absolute scamming.
Not talk to anyone, do not look at anyone, do not look lost, because they're all waiting for you.
It's your girl Sandy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of The World's Ghetto. Yes, y'all, welcome back to another episode. I hope everyone is doing great today, and we're back at it with the shenanigans. We're taking it back on vacation. As y'all know, summer has not yet ended and people are traveling all over the world, and today we're taking it to the streets of Vietnam. For those who don't know, Vietnam is actually a country in the Southeast Asia, and so it is actually a destination that a lot of people go. They travel, they want to go see the culture, indulge in a lot of things, but they get into situations of culture shocks, they get scams, they get a lot of experiences that they cannot imagine, because some people just want to travel but they don't do enough research, and when they get there they get to a point where it's like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening to me now. So this is just that type of video where we're gonna go through people's experiences, and through these experiences, I'm telling you guys, because I've learned a lot from this video, literally things that could happen to anyone at any time. So trust and believe me, this video has so many tips and solutions of what to go what to do in case you find yourself in these types of situations. And I'm telling you guys, it gets crazy, especially my black people traveling while black. Yes, it's a lot, from people touching your hair just unaware, people touching your skin trying to find out. Girl, I didn't know it was like that there, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people could actually react a certain way when stuff like that happens, like just people just touching your hair in the street and coming touching your skin. Like, if you're not used to that type of stuff, it's like a culture shock, and some people could reflect, like could have a reflex of punching somebody in the eye because somebody is touching. Why you know what I'm saying, you're not used to that. So this video is gonna literally show you what to do in these certain cases and scenarios, and I hope you guys are ready for this one. And yeah, like, you know what we always do, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel, and we're on the road to 50k. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. My day ones, y'all know what's up. I mean, you guys down in the comment section, because the conversation continues. Like, y'all can let me know what happens, like if y'all have gone to Vietnam or Asia, have you experienced any of these things? What did you do? Actually, solutions as well can be in the comment section to help people, because as we know, not everyone has traveled. I haven't even traveled I haven't traveled there, but like I've been to Asia, definitely. I've been to Malaysia, and I've been to Singapore, and those countries are so amazing. Like Singapore, cleanest country I've ever been to. I'm not even gonna lie, but that's besides the point. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. It's a long weekend, y'all. It's a long weekend because Monday, I believe, is Labor Day. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think it's a long weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys stay safe, and yes, share this video, like it up, and just show me some love in the comment section. With that being said, let's get right into it.
Alright, y'all, this is a story of how I got deported from Vietnam after being there for exactly 1 hour. I just graduated university, and of course, the first thing what I'm gonna do, I hopped on the flight and I flew 12 hours to Bangkok, Thailand. I was there for like 3 months doing a marketing internship, and afterwards I traveled to Bali, Indonesia to do a group trip with a travel company called Roman Republic. So while I'm there, I'm having a great time. Like, it's nothing but vibes, good energy, good people. So I'm not really looking at what I gotta do to get into Vietnam, which is gonna be my next stop, right? So on the last day of the group trip, I'm like, fine, now I was like, all right, let me look into Vietnam. Let me see what I gotta do before getting there, right? And I see that I need a visa to get there. At this point, my flight is a couple hours away, so I'm rushing. I'm doing everything in my power that I can to get this visa. Like, I had to rush the visa and get it expedited and everything, and then also make my flight. So by the grace of God, I was able to do all of that and make my flight, and I applied for a visa on arrival. So once I land, I go to the ticket counter, and that's where I can pick up my visa and everything. So I thought everything was going to be smooth. I landed in Vietnam after like 9 hours. I did a stop in Malaysia and everything. I get there, and I go to the counter for the visa on arrival to pick up my visa. First thing they tell me is I have to pay the equivalent of $25 to pick up the visa. And I'm like, what? I done already paid for the visa. So like, why am I paying more money? It ain't make sense to me, but I was like, whatever. I pull out my credit card and they're like, oh, we only take cash and we only taking the Vietnamese dong. I just arrived to the country, so of course I haven't been to the ATM yet. And mind you, I had lost my wallet while I was in Thailand a few weeks back. So all I had was this card on me. So I asked him, I was like, can I go to the ATM? At first he's like, nah, no ATM, no ATM. You need to pay right now. You need to pay right now. And then finally, like, I'm pleading with him. He's like, all right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna come back. As I'm waiting, I'm literally watching people who's having the same exact situation. Like, nobody has cash on them because they just arrived to the country. And I'm watching as they walk them to the entryway so they can go to the ATM. So after waiting like 20 minutes, the officer finally comes back and he's like, I can take you to the ATM, but you have to take out $2,000 to show you have sufficient funds to enter the country. I'm like, $2,000? Like, you mean $2,000? Like, what you mean by that? Everybody knows Vietnam is like dummy cheap, and I was only going to be there for like 3-4 days max. So I'm like, why do I need $2,000? At this point, I'm fighting for my life. I'm going back and forth with the officer. He's telling me that I have to take out $2,000 just to prove I have sufficient funds to stay inside the country. And we're going back and forth, and you already know there's a language barrier. And it gets to the point where he's like, we're deporting you from the country. You cannot come in. I said, hold on. What do you mean by that? But nah, he was dead for real. Surely enough, they walking me to this room where they have me in this holding cell, and I legit have to stay in here the whole night until the morning where I'm gonna take the first flight out. I'm blown at this point. I'm like, I'm not sleeping on these beds. I'm not sleeping on this bed. I don't know who been in these beds. So I'm sitting that on the floor, mad as hell or whatever. Morning come, and it's time to take my flight to Indonesia. And I'm trying to look on the bright side. I'm like, I could be going back to worse places. Bali is paradise. So I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna go back and have a good time, right? But the process getting there was terrible. They legit treated me like a prisoner. Like, they would not give me my passport back. They waited until everybody else got on the flight to let me on, and then they escorted me in. And then we had to stop in Malaysia, and they legit stayed with me the whole time, just passing me off from officer to officer. We landed in Indonesia, and I'm thinking everything Gucci. I'm about to be free. But tell me how they talk about I cannot stay in the country in Indonesia. They say since I was deported from Vietnam, I'm no longer considered a regular passenger. So I have to leave Indonesia immediately. And this is where they took me. Please look at this dirty ass room that they had me in. So I had to book a flight immediately out the country and had to wait in that holding cell until my flight time came. Long story short, I decided to go back to Thailand and South Korea and met some dope people and had an amazing time. So yeah.
Be prepared for the culture shock when you come to Vietnam as a traveler. You will see some crazy things. Just to my right now, and I'm not going to get it on camera because I don't want to show you lot or get censored or banned by TikTok. But there are 4 fried cooked dogs. Dogs, yeah. And like from where I come from, we've got pets as dogs. Dogs as pets. Like all my life, I've grown up with dogs as pets. And it's what we've been taught in England and the Western countries to bring up and take care of and respect. But here it's totally different. They cook them. And like, it's fucked. And I know it's a dog because it's got the tail, it's got the teeth. It is a dog, 100%. It's not a pig. And to a lot of people, that's going to be extremely upsetting to see. Like, I feel sick to my stomach. But you got to understand, you're not in your country. You're in a totally foreign country where this is how things run here. And you can't change it and you can't complain because it's just what happens. Their morals are completely different to ours. Like, before I came here, I read online that you might see it at the side of the road on like the Ha Giang Loop or something like that, but I'm just walking through the street in Hanoi, and it's just there, and it's crazy.
Where are you from? Sydney, Australia.
How are you doing it? Oh, okay.
No, thank you. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Thank you. No, thank you. Come on. I'm sorry. I already have fans.
Oh no, for you, baby.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I already have. Come on. Thank you. I feel so bad. But there's so many people who do that on the street, like so many. there's only so much you can say yes to.
Me and my boyfriend quit our jobs to travel the world roughly about 1 month ago, and we are potentially getting kicked out of Vietnam. So follow along with us on our perfect but not so perfect adventure. Here we are in the Bangkok airport getting ready to head to Vietnam. However, we had no clue what was about to come. We were just two little beans so excited to head to Vietnam. Like, look at him, he's just so excited to carry my little bags. I was being a travel princess. And then we went to check in for our flight, and at this moment is when we knew something was wrong because the employee kept on calling lots of people and he seemed very confused. He then gave me the bad news that my visa was somehow expired, which made no sense because I applied for a 30-day visa, and on it stated that it started on the 18th and then only was good for 3 days. So long story short, it expired that day, but he said he was going to call immigration in Vietnam, so we just stepped aside, and at this moment we were just looking up plane tickets to Australia because we just had a feeling we wouldn't be allowed into Vietnam. However, he then told us we would be totally fine as long as we have a plane ticket out of the country, so we proceeded to buy a plane ticket to Australia in 2 weeks from now. He then just told us to show customs in Vietnam that we had proof out of the country. So we all happy and jolly again. Here I am eating my Burger King with no stress in the world, just ready to board our plane because we are going to frickin' Vietnam. We were just drinking our tea on the flight, enjoying the plane, but then literally our souls got crushed again when it came to customs. They basically told me that my visa was expired, so I gave them the whole rundown, showed them that we were only here for 2 weeks and that we had a plane ticket out. However, they continued to say that my visa was only good for today and I can only stay for the one night. I kept on telling her, no, 2 weeks, and she just said, no, 1 night. So she proceeded to still allow us into the country, but we now need to go to immigration tomorrow as we are only allowed here for 24 hours. So wish us luck that we can actually stay here for the full 2 weeks.
I'm getting kicked out of Vietnam after only being here for 48 hours, so come back with me while I explain the emotional roller coaster I have been on for the past 2 days. Okay, I'm going to try and explain this as fast as possible so you don't have to sit and listen to a full-on short story. But essentially this all starts on November 23rd. Okay, that's a very important date. That is when we were leaving Thailand and we were checking into our flight for Vietnam. Okay, the guy when we went to check in, I could tell he was a little bit confused because he was making like multiple phone calls and he just seemed like something was wrong. So my boyfriend finally asked him like, hey, is everything okay? And that's when he told us. Okay, he told us that my visa was expired. Okay, normally you hear that and you're like, oh shit, that was my fault, like you did something wrong. No, okay, my visa stated that it started on November 18th and somehow expired on November 23rd, which is really physically impossible because we applied for a 30-day visa. So how did my 30-day visa only become like a 4-day visa? Doesn't make sense, right? So we were like, okay, well that's physically impossible, but like, I don't know, what do we have to do? And he was like, I'll give immigration in Vietnam a call, everything will get sorted out, just step to the side. So at this time, me and my boyfriend were like, no, I just don't think we're going to be able to get in Vietnam. Like, they're not going to allow us in, so let's go buy a plane ticket to Australia. Okay, so we were sitting there just looking at plane tickets to Australia because we just didn't think we were going to go to Vietnam. However, he walked his little ass back over to us and he was like, hey, actually good news. And we were like, oh, really? Great. Fantastic. What is it? And he was like, you can go to Vietnam as long as you have proof that you're leaving the country in 2 weeks. So we were like, perfect. We'll buy a plane ticket right now. And then we get to go on our dandy way to Vietnam. Okay. So at this time, my boyfriend, he just being the perfect little sexy man that he is, he said that we should probably get refundable plane tickets just in case. However, me being me was like, no, that's silly. We don't need that. Like, I'm just trying to be positive. And we're like, we're going to Vietnam. We don't need refundable tickets. Yeah, little did I know we needed refundable tickets. So we did buy refundable tickets. Okay, another key point there. However, we got now plane tickets to Australia, which means we can go to Vietnam. And my boyfriend, he made sure to check with the guy that if we have these tickets, we can get into Vietnam. And he said yes. He even made us sign a piece of paper that basically like solidified and was like, yeah, you're good to go. So we were like, perfect. We hopped on the plane. We were excited to get there. We were like, hey, we're going to Vietnam. Woohoo. Yeah. Okay. Dreams will crush once we land in Vietnam. I went through customs. I went through first because it was my visa that was an issue. His perfectly fine, which also showed that it was just like somehow the visa company messed up. Okay. So I go through customs and I was with this female that wasn't speaking very good English. And I could tell she was looking at my visa being like, yo, bitch, this is expired. So she grabbed someone else over. They escorted me to the back. They printed out my visa. They brought it back to her. Now, when they brought it back to her, she told me she was like 1 night. And I was like, no, I'm here for 2 weeks. I explained the whole story, showed her our plane ticket, showed her that piece of paper we had. And she was like, nope, only 1 night. And then let me into the country. First off, don't know why she let me into the country because I only had 5 hours until my visa expired at that point, okay? So really, shouldn't have even allowed me into the country, but she did. So then my boyfriend, again, being the smart, intelligent man he is, he was like, we should probably go talk back to immigration because I don't want to get in trouble that you are here. So then we went to go talk to another immigration officer and he didn't really know what to say to us. So he was like, okay, go to the immigration office in Hanoi tomorrow and they will fix your visa for you. Everything will be fine and dandy. So we were like, woohoo, again, we are good to go. Yeah, no, once again, not good to go. So we woke up the next morning. It's Sunday. Immigration offices are closed. So at that point, I was officially an illegal immigrant in Vietnam, okay? But nothing we can do about it, so we waited till the next day. It is now Monday, okay? Which is today. We walk our little butts again over to the immigration office. We get to the immigration office, and we are greeted with, like, the sweetest, just nicest little lady, okay? No. So, we get there, and she is a complete bitch, but I'm like, you know what, whatever, it's okay, we're gonna get this sorted out. I go in, I explain my story, she's not listening to a word I'm saying, she's talking to someone else, she interrupts me 1,000 times, and basically said, yeah, no, this was your fault, nothing you can do. And I was like, that's great, you're really adding to, like, you know, the fun time I've had here in Vietnam. So she said, in order to do that, you have to apply for a new visa, and in order to apply for a new visa, you gotta leave the country. So we were like, perfect, that's cool. And then she came back and said, actually, she just threw a number out her asshole and was like, if you pay me this much and give me your passport, you'll be okay. And we were like, yeah, absolutely not. Sorry, we're not doing that because we've been thrown around already. I don't even know if that's true information or not. So we're like, great, lovely. So we then walked our little depressed asses back to our hotel room. And remember how I said, oh, we don't need refundable tickets? Yeah, so we got to our hotel room, found out that our tickets can't be refunded and can't be changed at all. So we just lost out on $750 for the plane ticket to Australia on December 8th. Now we have to repurchase plane tickets to Australia. Yeah, that's another $1,200. So there we are sitting at almost $2,000. And then, not to mention that we missed out on the money for the plane tickets to Vietnam and for our visas that we paid, okay? It gets even worse from there. So now tomorrow morning we have to go to the airport. Once we get to the airport, me, my fine little ass, is going to be getting charged because I have been illegal immigrant for now 2 days, okay? We have no clue how much that charge is going to be, so we just gotta wait and see. Hopefully it's not like 10 grand. Who knows how much it's going to be? So yes, that's all fun and fine and dandy. Plus we couldn't even pick seats for like our flight, so we don't even know if we actually have a seat on our flight. Oh, and we got scammed at dinner tonight too, so we're having a great time here in Vietnam. But yeah, fingers crossed tomorrow when I show up at the airport, they don't just like, you know, full on arrest me, because who fucking knows? Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's all for the plot, I guess. But if you're applying to a visa in Vietnam, make sure you check the expiry date. That one was on us. But even if I saw that, I probably still wouldn't have done anything about it because we still applied for the 30-day visa. But anyways, make sure to check your expiry date, and then you can maybe be having a fantastic time in Vietnam, unlike us. But that's that. We're heading to Australia tomorrow. Wish us luck. Hopefully we can make there safe without spending any more money.
This is the worst bus ride in Vietnam. The drivers are so aggressive and kept climbing on top of people in the seats. The bus is packed completely full. I was in the last seat, and behind me there were at least 8 people all laying together. They ran out of actual seats, but more people got on the bus and they were sleeping in the aisles. And they put a girl next to me, and I'm honestly not sure if it was even a legit seat. Zach didn't fit in the seat and spent the entire 12-hour ride with his backpack in his lap. The bus broke down in the middle of the night, but after an hour they fixed it. I definitely recommend you pay the extra for the cabin bus.
This is me crashing out because this is one of the worst sleeper buses I've experienced. So far in Vietnam, all the sleeper buses have been so fine, but this one, oh my god, just let me tell you, just gets worse and worse and worse. We actually booked it through our hostel, and they said that the VIP one was the only one left, and this is meant to be the VIP one. We're going from Ninh Bình to Phong Nha, which is a 6-hour drive, and it costs £18, which I think is quite expensive. Luckily, we're a top bunk, but what on earth is this bedding? This freaks me out because I'm like, when do they ever wash this? Like the leather ones, they can wipe those down, but these ones, I was like, oh, I bet they're just full of grot. I was like, it's fine, let's shut the curtains, let's try to get some sleep. And then I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, is it mud? Is it blood? Is it food? I don't even know what it is. And this is when I started like having a bit of a fit. Like, I'm not that bad with dirt, but this was gross. I was trying to distract myself, put my water in. Their charger was actually working for once, which was good. And then I put my blinds down. I was like, how am I meant to sleep? It's still broad daylight with the blind down. Normally they're like blackout. And then I noticed this other big dirty mark on the blind. I was like, ew. Normally you can recline your bed and stuff, but mine was completely broken. Luckily I had my neck pillow because I didn't want to put my hair on that dirty pillow. Like, what if the person before had nits? Like, can that transfer on bedding? I don't think it can, but I was literally just crashing out. Anyway, I binged The Gentleman. I can't believe I've never watched it before, but bring a tripod if you're going on sleeper buses because it's so much easier than having to prop your phone up. Then after I eventually managed to get to sleep, we stop and I hear this like gushing noise on the window. Why have we stopped for a full bus clean? We must have stopped for like an hour to get the whole bus cleaned. Luckily they had a toilet. Not all sleeper buses have a toilet, and they have these little shoes to put on. This is where it gets worse and worse and worse. The driver and his friends were all just smoking on the bus. They were then coming to our cabins and just opening them without even asking. And then they kept asking us to kiss them on the cheek, and we were like, haha, no. And they kept asking. It was so weird and gross.
This might be the funniest disclaimer I have ever read. We just booked a bus in Vietnam. It's a sleeper bus. And this is what they sent us. Our buses are dirt cheap for a reason. This is an extremely local operator and you should not at all expect Western standards. Buses could be oversold or late and the drivers may feel like smoking or playing loud music for the entire journey. Wi-Fi, toilets, and air conditioning may or may not be working depending on your luck. No one is going to hold your hands or tend to your every need or really care at all if you complain that a family of 5 has spilled over onto your seat. Our staff is focused on keeping the bus moving towards its destination and little else. Don't say we didn't warn you.
I fell into the influencer trap. Go Thailand, go Laos, go Vietnam, go Cambodia. My name is Eloise and I have been solo traveling since I was 19. Everyone who told me that didn't look like me. Clearly their experiences were great and mine were a bit different. Every travel content creator loves Vietnam. I said, I'm gonna love Vietnam. Girl, you were wrong. Vietnam was an experience, to say the least. Everyone says they're racist. Yeah, they are. Newsflash. Don't be delusional. Don't just believe the white people. Because that's what I did. And I was severely humbled. Just pull your hair, you know, can I get a picture of you? You know, am I an animal from a zoo? Maybe, who knows? I had great experiences in Vietnam, like the Ha Giang Loop. Mwah. I had never spiraled like I had when I was in Vietnam. I went to Hanoi, Cat Ba Island, Hoi An, Da Nang. I didn't make it to Ho Chi Minh. Right, if I made it to Ho Chi Minh, I probably wouldn't be alive. I have never felt so unsafe in Vietnam. The locals were scary, the police was scary. I felt like any wrong move, I'm gonna die. Vietnamese mafia is real. They will smash up the cars and chase you. Vietnam is not to play with. The travel content scene, there is not enough black women that talk about how it is to solo travel. This was 2 years ago, by the way. I searched high and low to find a black woman that went to Vietnam. I couldn't find anyone. Not a single soul. So I had no choice but to believe everyone else who loved it. I want to come on here and talk about Vietnam because I think if I'm going to talk about it, who's going to talk about it?
If you're a big bitch, don't worry about the language barrier because they're going to let you know you're big. She wild as hell, y'all. She really just fucking did big and so I did small and then she did bigger. She low-key ate that. But she's always fucking stalking me, y'all. Every day I go on a walk at like 5 in the morning. Sometimes I do it late, but I mainly do it in the morning, y'all. Every day I walk my little miles. It be mad people outside. I do my 4 miles. I be at the park for like an hour and a half. And this irritating ass lady always finds her way to me. She's not working out. She's eating and she's coming to find me and call my ass big, y'all. Like, she is literally obsessed with me and it's like low-key funny, but it's also like, girl, get the fuck on somewhere for real. Like, we don't even speak the same language and you still find new ways to call me big with your little ugly ass. She look like a fucking boy. But it's like Vietnamese people really do remind me of like, no shade, like they like the black aunties, like how they be bullying you and shit. And I just talked about this in my last post, but like if you don't put like Vietnam is what black people would be if we never start talking back to our aunties and never start treating their ass, because they just be thinking they could talk to you any type of way and say anything. The shit be kind of funny. No, the shit be kind of crazy, but this shit low-key funny, but it's not. I'm gonna find her ass a 4X shirt and get Why You So Obsessed With Me snapped on it in Vietnamese, printed on it in Vietnamese, because she gets on my motherfucking nerves. Irritating.
So me and my boyfriend got robbed whilst in Moi Nay. I thought I'd do a little story time on this to kind of prevent people from falling for the same trick. So me and my boyfriend are travelling in Vietnam and we arrived in Moi Nay, and on our second day we decided to go to the red sand dunes to do the quad biking and like the sliding down the slopes. So as we got there, one woman came up to us and asked if we wanted to do the slide thing first, and we were kind of more so there for the quad biking. We asked if we could do that and she said yes. She was a little reluctant at first, but she did say yes in the end, and it was 500,000 dong for 15 minutes. So me and my boyfriend both went on that. We took turns and stuff and everything was fine. And then we came off that and she asked us if we wanted to do the slide thing, so we thought why not. So we went up to the top of like the hill where there was a few people, but then a second woman came running towards us and came with us, and I was just assuming, okay, there's 2 of us, they're both going to push us down. Little did I know the second woman was about to rob us. You slide down basically on a plastic sheet. So the second woman had bought a plastic sheet as well and kind of put it into a C shape in the sand and then told us to put our shoes behind it. We both put our shoes behind it, only flip-flops and Crocs, and no one else had their shoes on as well, so I thought, okay, yeah, that's fine. So I went to sit on the board, and the first woman that we were with like pointed to my bum bag area and was like, oh, bag over there, over there. I didn't think too much of it. I didn't think that they were going to rob us. I didn't think that this was exactly a strenuous activity, but I went along with it anyway, and I put my bag down on mine and Harry's shoes. First woman that we was with took my phone and said that she'd take some photos, so they both pushed us down, and the second woman that came running over stayed at the top, and the first original woman ran down with us and took some photos of us. So we went to get back up, and the woman was like, no, stay, sit down, sit down. She was like telling us to pick the sand up and to lie down on each other, basically having like a little photo shoot. So whilst we were having this photo shoot, obviously at the top, the second woman decided to go into my bag and take $1 million dong from us, which it's only £30, which obviously for us isn't the end of the world, but it is really annoying, and it is the principle. We obviously didn't know this, so we took the photos, we went down a few more times. It's quite tiring, so you probably only will do it about 4 or 5 times. We paid her, we went on our way, we came back to the hotel, and then I got all the money out and it just didn't look right. So I was counting it, and the day before we took out 6 mil, and I was thinking, this doesn't look right. So I added it all up. We've got a travel spend app, so I knew exactly how much we'd spent, got exactly $1 mil missing, and I've got my bum bag on me 24/7. It's on me all the time. In restaurants I don't take it off, activities I don't usually take it off. Moyne, it was a homestay, so she didn't clean. Our room was only there for 2 nights anyway, so the only thing that could have happened would have been this woman taking $1 mil from us, because she pushed us down once. The other times she disappeared, and the one woman carried on pushing us both down. So it kind of all adds up. I'm not obviously 1,000,000% sure that it was her. It's a little bit frustrating, but I'm just warning you, if you do go to Moyne, just be careful. If you do the red sand dunes, keep your bags on you at all times. You do not need to take your bag off. It's really not a crazy activity where something in your bag might break. And I have also heard a few stories about them trying to scam you, get more money out of you and stuff. So just be careful when you go to the sand dunes.
If you don't think your life has been going well recently, let me tell you all the crazy things that I've been through this last week. So in my last video, I talked about how I did not get that visa to go to Vietnam. Y'all, they eventually denied me. I went through a little backdoor way and got myself into Vietnam. Y'all, that was a mistake, because something was keeping me out of Vietnam for a reason. I get to Vietnam, I land, leave my phone, wallet in a taxi. I have no money, no phone. Thank God I meet these 2 beautiful Australian men. They take me under their wing, and they literally paid for every single thing while I've been exploring Vietnam. Y'all, they paid for my coffee at this Note Cafe. This is where you can find the famous egg coffee. This building is covered with Post-it notes. All these colors you see on the wall, Post-it notes. This building goes up about 5 stories, and it's just Post-it notes all over. You can read all the little Post-it notes, and they go for years back. This is the egg coffee I was talking about. It's actually really good, and I don't even like coffee, so if you come to Vietnam, you need to try this egg coffee, as well as beautiful views from this restaurant. This is where you can look over Hanoi. Right on this same strip with the Note Cafe is where you're gonna find this beautiful temple as you walk along the street. Again, these Australian men paid for my entry. Listen, good people still exist, because I would not be able to do any of this without them. Anyway, beautiful temple. And then afterwards, they took me to this beautiful lantern restaurant. I'm gonna list the name when I drop a travel guide on this place, because I really don't remember. But the food is actually really, really good. And the decor is just to die for, isn't it? But yeah, I had dinner with my new friend. Again, they paid for everything. Anyway, Vietnam won. Me.
This is a warning to anyone traveling to Vietnam for the first time, because I'm literally shaking right now. So I landed in the country last night just by myself. I came to my hotel. It is now the next day, midday, and I'm yet to leave my hotel. I rookied. I woke up so early. I went to the buffet breakfast. I had 2 cups of coffee, which is my usual for back home. And tell me why my heart will not stop racing. I am so anxious. Like, there's something wrong. I can't bring myself to leave the hotel room because I'm so anxious. Not because of the destination, because of the coffee. Oh my gosh. Like, don't do what I did. I'm trying to drink so much water to like flush it out so I can like go and look around. Vietnamese coffee, no joke. That stuff is like crack. I thought Australian coffee was bad. Vietnamese coffee, way worse.
They basically just told me, do not get too fucking comfortable, bitch, because you filled out a visa for 1 singular fucking day. I'm supposed to be in Vietnam for 30 days, and I have to leave tomorrow. So, I haven't even left the airport yet, and my trip has already gone to shit. I literally even put 30 days. You have to type out how long you want to stay, 30 days. And it must have switched from that 327 to 227. I made it to my room in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Y'all, I want to cry so bad. Like, I am so overwhelmed. Like, I wanted to vlog, and I mean, obviously I'm doing it. I'm recording, but this is supposed to be my 30 days of vlogging, 30 days of going through a country. Like, this is my first long-term trip. Like, even though I live abroad, I haven't traveled much. This is only my 4th country. And then I'm dyslexic, so even though I typed out 30 days, even though I put in the calendar, I know for a fact it's on me, you know, like I'm hella dyslexic, so it's obviously a chance that I put the wrong thing, even though I typed out 30 days. Like, the thing is, Vietnam, I know for a fact Vietnam will send you back your visa with an error on it if you do some shit like that. So if you see me type out 30 days, why did you approve the visa for 1 day? Why didn't you send back an error and the shit don't match? Like, because the last time I was coming to Vietnam, my fucking computer auto-filled the shit and they put my name was Paris. If you don't know, my fucking government name's not Paris. But I've paid for this hotel for multiple days and I have to leave tomorrow. And it's like, I might as well just go to Cambodia for a week because it's going to take at least a week for me to get another visa. I could spend all morning tomorrow trying to get my visa extended. But if it's to no avail and I waste my time and I don't get a bus, like, it's just so many. Like, then even me sitting here, I just got in my room. It's 7:48 p.m. I need to go out and explore the city. Bro, I don't want to do shit, bro. I want to cry and I want my mama to pick up the fucking phone, bro. I didn't even call her, but she sleeps, so she needs to wake up. Like, gee, I'm so blue. I'm so hurt. And if this fucking angle looks stupid because I got the back camera, bro, just bye. My day was fucking terrible. I just got to Vietnam for a 30-day trip, and it turns out 30 days is only going to be 1 day because I have to fucking leave tomorrow. Apparently, my visa was only approved for 1 singular fucking day, and I have to get the fuck out of Dodge tomorrow. I thought I was about to be traveling through the city, making a travel itinerary because I make travel itineraries. No, I gotta get the fuck ASAP. This shit is so crazy to me. Like, when I was standing at immigration, I was sitting there thinking about, like, oh, I'm gonna make a post like y'all was talking about. It'd be so packed at this airport. I got through it in less than 15 minutes. On that motherfucking 15th minute, they pulled my ass to the side and said, you leaving tomorrow? I said, what? No, I'm staying for 30 days. They like, no, you leaving tomorrow for sure, because this visa say till tomorrow. Man, what? I go to immigration to see if they gonna, like, just give me the 30 days because I'm telling them what happened. Like, oh, I typed out 30 days and I'm dyslexic, so, you know, I probably did put, you know, because I am dyslexic, so it probably did happen. They like, oh yeah, well, you could go to immigration and try to figure it out. Put it on the internet. They telling me, like, you got a tourist visa, you're not gonna be able to go to immigration and extend it. You're gonna have to leave the country. So I gotta leave the country and go apply for a new fucking visa. So one of my followers ended up seeing me talking about this on my last post or whatever, and she messaged me and told me about, like, an agent that helped her when she was in Thailand and she needs to come to Vietnam or whatever. Okay, cool. So I hit the agent or whatever, and she helping me. She like, it's gonna be $75, but you have to leave Vietnam. You gotta go to Cambodia, take the bus to Cambodia, and then you come back. That's your best and that's the cheapest option or whatever, unless you want to fly to Thailand, and that's not a fucking option. So I'm gonna go to Cambodia. So she sent me the bus companies, and she telling me all the information. I look up the bus companies. It's 2 bus companies. Terrible fucking reviews. One saying they never came and picked them up. Like, I'm talking about 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. They never came. They never come. They won't come. They don't come. They ain't real. They like. Okay, so she sent me another bus company. So I'm like, she telling me, like, you don't have to book it in advance. You could just go. So then I clarified, like, so I just show up. She like, no, you can't just show up. You need to call. I'm like, okay, well, they closed right now. She like, well, I'ma call. They didn't answer, right? Because I just said they closed, you know. But the girl who suggested it, she got a visa from outside the country, so I don't think she used to dealing with people that's inside the country. I do think she legit gonna get my visa because she got really good reviews. But the shit she's sending me don't have really good reviews. You can't be reviewing bad motherfuckers. Anyway, fast forward. So tomorrow, because it's today, it's 11:34. I got to my hotel 2 hours ago. I haven't left. You could probably tell I've been ready to fucking cry. My eyes been watering, but it ain't got that deep yet. But I get pissed off. I'm hurt. My feelings hurt. And I just came off a fast, and I just feel like when you just fasted, you already know hell finna break loose after. And it's like, why did I choose to fast right before my trip? But I know I needed it anyway. Moving forward. So tomorrow I gotta go to Cambodia. Now the thing is, how the fuck am I getting to Cambodia? And then not only that, I gotta go to Cambodia, and I have to go to the border. And as soon as I get to Cambodia, my motherfucking phone not gonna work no more. I'm not gonna have any service because my T-Mobile phone is a text only plan. This phone has a Thai SIM card, and I just put in a Malaysian SIM card. And now when I'm gonna have to get to the border, them motherfuckers gonna have my passport before I can even get a SIM card. I'm not gonna be able to even, it's just like all of these thoughts in my head. And I'm seeing the second bus, the reviews are saying as soon as they get your passport, they start being hostile. You gonna be hostile towards me. I ain't got no phone. I can't get out of the situation. Like, they already know what it is. I don't like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna take the private car to Cambodia. Like, maybe I'm just gonna get a private car. That's starting at $50. So we already looking at about $150, because $50 plus tolls plus 100 motherfuckers canceling when they find out I'm going 2 fucking hours to another goddamn country. Who finna drive me all the way to another country? Oh my god.
Just summarize like what has happened so far since last night. So last night, obviously, I was freaking out. This morning, somebody had said something about Bavette, and I was thinking that Bavette and Mokbai or whatever were 2 different places, but it's just Cambodia side of the border and Vietnam side of the border. So that's why the bus tickets were only going to Bavat or Bivat or whatever, and none were going to like the Vietnam side, because that's already in Vietnam. So it would only make sense to cross. That is what was confusing me all last night and what had me up trying to figure it out. Anyway, so I ended up just getting private transfer. So I'm on my way to the toll road right now. But as you just seen in the beginning of the video, the immigration systems is down. But this morning I went to the ATM to get money out, and then I went and grabbed some snacks because this is about to take a whole lot of hours. They did change my floor in the hotel. I didn't see no more roaches last night. But I did leave my suitcase with my clothes in it because it's just too much to haul all of this stuff around. I got all my electronics with me. That's already 3 bags. Like, it's just too much stuff. So with my clothes, I'm just like, if I had to take an L for a couple days with no clothes, it is what it is. And I do have on the same clothes last night because I took a whole bath. It's no shame in my game. I'm trying to have a fucking visa. But yeah, that's where we at with it now. I'm almost to the border to stamp out, and then I gotta send it to the lady, the visa agent, to get a stamp in. But the immigration systems is down, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be over here.
Hear me out. So I leave my cute little hotel all excited, like, today I'm going to the famous incense village. I book my Grab like a civilized baddie. 310 Vietnamese dong. No problem. 45 minutes later, we pull up. I know you lying. This is not a village, not even a cul-de-sac. This is somebody's backyard with a fresh sprinkle of incense sticks and a hustle on the back deck. They charge me 50,000 Vietnamese dong just to walk onto the property. No museum, no tour, no incense lesson. Just, here's your hat. Good luck in the sun. I said, well, I already paid for delusion. I might as well live in it. I took my hat, took some pictures, and took breaks like it was a fashion week shoot in the desert. Then came the drama. This lady looked at me like I stole her incense spirit. I don't know what I did, but the vibe? Rude. Anyways, I took that energy as my cue to bounce. Back in the Grab I go. Windows down, peace restored. Will I go again? Nah. But if you are into Instagram scams and sweating for content, a 10 out of 10, I would recommend.
If you're in Saigon Airport looking for taxi, you only take Grab, okay? Take Grab from the application. There are a lot of people are approaching you for taxi. Don't take that taxi. This is where you get out from the departure hall. So you just cross the road. You will see a zebra crossing, and then zebra crossing, cross here. There isn't even any pillar number, so you just gotta spot it. So cross, and then you come to this spot where it's the ride hailing. You see the sign here? Yes, ride hailing. This is where you can wait safely. Do not talk to anyone. Do not talk to anyone. So this is your waiting spot. Do not talk to anyone. Do not look at anyone. Do not look lost, because they are all waiting for you. If you see just opposite, there's a lot of people actually smoking, waiting for people, right? It's all here. So they are actually trying to catch those who are very blur looking, like first timer. They will catch you to take their taxi. You wouldn't want to take that because it's most likely scam taxis. Yeah, just book on Grab Direct. It's very reliable. Maybe about 10% more. Small money, great safety. Yeah. Let me know your experience in Vietnam's airport taxi experience down below. What any scams that you encountered, so we can learn. Share this to your friends.
Why is everyone getting on a boat except for us?
Yeah. Yeah, I was bad on the boat.
Can we get on? No.
They're all staring at us.
Ở trong chưa?
Bà thò.
We did have a few people want to take pictures of us and with us yesterday. There was a man like trying to sneak and record.
Very beautiful, so much, very beautiful, very nice.
Oh, hell no, man. And it just got awkward and he was like, I'm sorry, that wasn't a racist joke because he knew he was dead ass wrong.
600,000 đồng.
Like, what about us looks frightening? The color of our skin, our hair? What exactly would make us the boogeyman?
Like when I see like black women, I just feel like they have an aura. It's not like to be cringy in here, but I feel like they have like something like the energy that no one can touch them.
Nói gì? Ôi trời. Măng luôn. Em mắng miệng á. Em mắng miệng đây cái này á. Mắng miệng nó bị nhắn nhưng mà áo cho.
Thank you.
Mắng miệng. Chào anh, chào anh.
Nói gì hả?
Quan. Chào bố anh. Ở chưa? Rồi, thank you.
So nice.
Đây.
My life out here. They're trying to get photos with us, y'all.
Hello.
Hi. Are you from Africa?
No, I'm from
America?
California.
Okay,
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
California, America Latin.
Nice to meet
Oh,
you.
nice to meet
Yeah, nice.
There's one thing that I am never going to get used to as a black woman traveling solo to countries where there may not be that many black people is when perfect strangers walk up to you and start taking your picture or video of you without your consent. I think it's dehumanizing and creepy. I've been sitting on this beach for around 15 minutes and I've had to shoo away 3 people who have taken pictures of me without my consent. So that now what? I'm just going to be living on some stranger's phone being passed around the group chat? And with the rise of AI being what it is at this point right now and how much you can manipulate people's likeness, it's horrifying. And if you're a black person and you've had this happen to you, don't accept it as something that just happens, because no, absolutely not. And I don't care. I will die on this hill. All right then.
Currently on this train street in Hanoi, Vietnam. Have a look at this. It is running right next to these restaurants. I can almost touch it. What I've just seen people doing, I first thought this was stones, so they were trying to derail the track, but what it actually is these beer caps, and they get flattened, and then people keep it as like a souvenir from here. That is so cool. The bell is going off, that means the train's coming soon. But the maddest thing is you can literally stand on the tracks like I am now. But yeah, this place is mad. I mean, there's a train track going down the middle of the street. Let's have a look what's down here then. So you've got loads of cafes, restaurants, bars. But look at how beautiful all the lights are and how nice it is down here. Wow. So when you hear this sound, the train is coming. Wow, we've actually got one more train coming. Here it is. The lack of health and safety there. They just beep and bell the thing to let you know a train's coming, and it just comes. That place really was one of a kind. If you're coming to Hanoi, make sure you visit it.
My stomach is hurting a little bit because we're in Vietnam, and for some reason there's something about this country, probably the water, that causes stomach issues. It seems like every time I've come here, someone gets sick. I got sick last time on my last day, and I was sick for a whole week. But this time I was smart. I went to the pharmacy in Thailand and asked the pharmacist for every different type of medicine that I would need, and it's come in handy. And how's your stomach? Why?
I not feel hungry, but it's okay.
You don't have any issues, but you're just not. You don't have much of an appetite the first day. You like your Thai food, right?
Man, American tourists really have the nerve. I was visiting Saigon recently and checked out the Coochie Tunnels, and it was there that I could not believe what I was hearing from these US tourists / veterans. If you don't know what the Coochie Tunnels are, it's this network of tunnels that were used during the Vietnam War, and it's also now a tourist destination. They pretty much show you how the Vietnamese use these tunnels to fight against the US Army. Everyone pretty much gets a tour guide, and while we were on break and having a snack, we overheard this American dude talking shit about Vietnamese people to his Vietnamese tour guide. He was like, my dad fought in this war and your people killed my brothers and sisters and ruined his entire life. I see why he did what he had to do. Because of your people, it destroyed my relationship with my father. And proceeded to call Vietnamese people savages, and the tour guide was just like, okay. And that's rich, especially since I just learned about Agent Orange and how Vietnamese people are still suffering from it generations later. Like, this dude is blaming Vietnamese people for his daddy issues. And you mean to tell me this dude paid thousands of dollars to fly across the Pacific to talk shit about the country that he's visiting? But it wasn't just him. Like, almost every American tourist there was a veteran. And like, why? Is it a PTSD thing? Like... And by the way, this isn't about whose side of the Vietnam War you're on. Just don't go to Vietnam to shit on these Vietnamese tour guides. Restrain yourselves. If you really want to make the commentary that bad, wait till you get home.
The Coochie Tunnels in Vietnam is a very interesting place to visit. It was basically like a bunker that they used during the Vietnam War, and it was pretty much an entire city underground. And it's no wonder the US lost this war, because the Viet Cong were basically mad genius apparently, using these guerrilla tactics and basically using the jungle as their cover. Yeah, they ate that. Because how did they even come up with some of these traps and these weapons? I don't know. But I went on a tour, and our tour guide was so funny. She taught us all about the history and the things that were going on here during the Vietnam War. And these people really ate, slept, did everything in this little city underground. And you can go through the tunnels and it's so tight, but my claustrophobia said no ma'am. And also during the tour, you can try the snake wine, and yes, that's a real snake in there. That was also a hard pass for me. But my favorite part was going to the Mekong Delta. I am such a water baby, so I love anything involving water. And the locals here row you on this little paddle boat, and you just go through the river, and it's a whole bunch of other boats there. It's just very peaceful.
The next one is the armpit trap. Armpit trap is, well, for your armpits, of course. You fall right into the middle. What? Those spike goes up. Stab you on your armpits. No more smelly armpits. All right, over here, this one, just like the armpit trap, but this one is the door trap. You fall right to the middle. That one goes out.
Right.
That one goes out, stab you, front and back. But if you fall down this way, both sides. This thing hits you everywhere. Bigger you are, heavier you are, more painful you get. This one is a sticking trap. It connects it to the wire. Like as you press down this wire, pressure plate, spike goes down, stab you in your legs. And this last one is a door trap. You see, the trap from there to here are full activated. This one, however, when you open the door, it will be activated. So you see, US Army, they have a bad habit.
Come with me on a 24-hour travel day. I'm going from Vietnam to Laos, so it's going to take a long time to see what it's like. A whole day of traveling is going to be pain.
I'm on the bus now, and have a look at this. I'm right at the back, and there's 2 beds behind me.
I'm just hoping there ain't people here because I don't want to be sleeping next to some other guy, I can't even lie.
And just like that, I am back in Hanoi. One absolute joke that was. So basically, we got to the Laos border, and at that border, they said you can't get a visa on arrival, even though you could get a visa on arrival everywhere in Laos. But this border, for some reason, does not allow a visa on arrival. So we get to that border, then they're trying to make me pay £100 to take me to another border to get visa on arrival, which I'm thinking I'm not paying £100 considering I've got to pay another 40 to get the visa in itself. So I was asking how much to go back to Hanoi. It was like £60. So I went back to Hanoi. Bearing in mind, like, I am haggling, I'm trying to get the price down, but like, I'm also stuck in the middle of nowhere. So now I've had to pay £60 to go back to Hanoi. Bearing in mind, Hanoi's further away than the other one, but they just know if I go to the other border, more people want to go to the border because more people actually really want to get to Laos because that was their plan. So they're just charging more. So they're just absolute scamming. They're doing this all on purpose. But anyway, I'm back in Hanoi now. We'll see what happens. But I was absolutely fuming, but I'm calm now because what's there to be fuming about? Life goes on. So take this as a piece of advice. If you're planning to go to Laos, get your visa beforehand because you never know what happens. Because I also, after it, I was like, let me just search up this specific border if you could get visa on arrival. Everywhere on Google says you can get visa on arrival at this border. So I don't know what was going on. But yeah, that's my run over. And now we'll see what I do. I might be going somewhere else instead.
We have arrived at the hotel, our apartment that we've booked through Airbnb. I've been stopped by the security guard and I've just seen this notice. For reasons to ensure security, all the residential areas, we do not support short-term rental. What a whirlwind last night. In the end, we did actually manage to get into our apartment and it was fine, but it was super duper scary. It was like 1 in the morning and the security guard just wasn't letting us in. Chris had to phone up the people that we booked through. They were all speaking Vietnamese and we couldn't understand it. And then finally, we had to just hand over our passports. The security guard just took photos on his phone and then just walked off. So then we came in, we found our box to get, found our little letterbox to get our cards out to get into the apartment, and whoa, it was just so scary. We were so tired. I thought that we were going to have to quickly book a hotel and go to it as well, but it was not the nicest of welcomes to have when we arrived in Ho Chi Minh City. So a little bit of a shame. We're out and about today, we're feeling a little bit better, and the apartment is absolutely gorgeous. There is going to be a tour up soon.
I got essayed by a local in Hoi An in Vietnam and I want to talk about it. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I've been put off because I don't want sympathy. However, now I've realised that I just want female travellers to be made aware of this. So on the night that it happened, I left Tiger, and as I was coming out of Tiger, this guy came up to me on a bike saying, "It's free, do you want a ride home with me?" And I go, "No." He kept repeating the question and I kept repeating no. We were walking, this kind of happened as we were walking like along the bridge, and then when we got to the other side of the bridge, he turned around and went back, probably to do the same thing to another girl. And then as I was walking along the side of the river to go back to my hostel, this other guy came up, but he came off his bike and then he came up behind me and then locked his hands around my waist and was like, it's free, meaning him taking me home back to my hostel. At this point I was like, no, screaming, shouting, no. However, I just want to put this out there that on this side of the bridge, there's no lights. Everything has been turned off at this point. It's around 1 AM in the morning. He tried to lift me up, to put me on his bike, to take me God knows where. He couldn't because obviously they're quite small. I'm 5'7" and I'm not skinny, and he couldn't lift me up. His thought process was, if I can't get her on the bike, I'll just essay her instead. So he put his hand down and in. At this point, I kind of froze. I kicked his legs kicked backwards. I kept on doing that. I was screaming, I was shouting. Kicked his legs, and he eventually got off. Looking back, obviously, I should have bit him. I should have whacked his head. In that moment, my brain just wasn't working. I was frozen. You know, there's fight, flight, freeze. I was frozen. And then I just ran off, didn't look back. So I never saw his face, I never saw his bike. And then after, I kind of looked up more about Hoi An and gangs and that sort of stuff. It seems to be that there's some sort of gang that hangs around Tiger, and that basically does what happened to me. So I just want girls to be made aware of this, because especially on TikTok, Vietnam is glamorized a lot. Out of all the countries that I went to, I'd never thought that this would happen in Vietnam. So that's why I'm telling you my story.
Just got hardcore scammed in Vietnam. You won't believe this, and I still don't believe it. It's so shocking. We did laundry at this hotel, and check out how much laundry we actually did. So there are like 3 different things here. Some underwear and bikinis, not that much. Then we got some socks, and what is it? Also like some bikinis and some, what is it? Not even shirts, right? No. Here's like a hoodie and jeans. Guess how much we paid for all of this? This was 2 million Vietnamese dong, which is $80 for laundry. This room is only $60 a night. It's not even that much. It's like only our underwear and socks really, and a bikini and some shirts.
Learn from our mistakes. Always check the cost of laundry.
Always check the cost. They charge like $3 per socks. Like, who the hell does that? Not even Americans do. We did the same amount of laundry in Hoi An in another hotel, and we literally paid $10.
It says here 55 pieces. I think each sock counted as its own piece. It was probably $6 per pair of socks.
Oh my god, this is like the worst. Like, this is the worst scam ever. Like,
oh, it hurts. It hurts.
I know, and we were like, oh no, we would never get scammed, but we literally got scammed from our hotel. Like, this is freaking insane.
So please blow this video up to help us pay for our laundry.
If you ever come to Vietnam, do a favor to yourself and bring your bags empty. Do not bring any clothing, just the basic stuff you need, because you're gonna buy a lot of stuff here. They have the coolest clothes from the whole world.
Welcome to a video of us nearly getting scammed in Vietnam. Now, this was like the first day of going around, and we've literally been here 2 minutes. And walking around, this guy noticed some damage on one of my mate's flip-flops and offered to repair them, and it all happened so quickly, and we said yes.
Oh, that's okay, that's okay.
So he started gluing the thing that come off, and he started adding extra bits as well, and we were both thinking, how much is this going to cost then? As you can see, he was adding like a wedge to the back, which was completely unnecessary, doing way more than he had to. Bearing in mind we haven't even agreed to this, he just like basically coerced us into this. Now, no price was agreed, so I had absolutely no clue what number he was expecting. But I thought we were going to have a problem, but not as much as we did. So despite my mate saying it's okay, you don't need to add any of the extra like bits to the bottom or cut anything off, he carried on doing it and polished them as well. Bearing in mind they're just a pair of flip-flops, like. So it was taking longer and longer. And then the lady came over and tried to sell us the hat and the fans. And then it came to the money, and we offered him 5,000 because we only had 500,000 notes in that. Not happy that I'm filming.
No.
And then you can sort of see how the argument plays out here.
$0.60. No. This is $1.20. $0.60. This is $1.20.
So he's being very stubborn and quite rude. He even started swearing at one point and threatened to throw the flip-flop into the lake nearby. After the argument, he finally gave in, but rubbed the shoe into the dirt like a little child. He knew what he was doing. We didn't need to pay him, but at least we got the shoe back.
We were so disappointed when we made it to Hanoi. Our Vietnam travels have been pretty smooth until we got to Hanoi. We were greeted with winter rain, and we didn't have the option to stay indoors because we had things to do. But first we refueled at this cute spot called Vietnamese Lantern Restaurant. Phi got a banh mi, and I ordered the beef stew. My stew was perfect for the weather. Phi didn't like her sandwich that much, but it didn't stop her from eating the whole thing. Next stop was the pharmacy. We discovered that every time Phi drinks coffee, it flares her allergies up, and today was really bad. She was snotting and sneezing everywhere. It's really easy to get meds in Asia's pharmacies. Just tell them your symptoms or what you need and it's yours. It was time to find somewhere we could purchase some hygiene products. We checked a mart with no luck, decided to head back to our hostel so Phi could take her meds and we could catch a ride to avoid walking in the rain. Phi has been training for her first marathon and needed some new shoes. We stopped into an ASICS store to find her some, but they were sold out of the ones she wanted. Meanwhile, I found another pharmacy called Guardian. We were able to get all the things we needed, including my Dove sensitive skin soap that I have had zero luck finding since we started our travels in September. Right outside the pharmacy, we saw a vendor selling rain covers. In hindsight, this was the best purchase we made. We got 2 rain covers for $1.63 total, and we put them to good use. After walking in the rain and taking in Hanoi's old quarter, we stopped into Bangkok Cafe and Restaurant for hot cocoa, tea, strawberry cheesecake, and nachos. Today was an adventure, and it was time to get feet out of the rain and cold. We were relieved to get back to our room and take a beat.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
If I don't post again tomorrow, guys, just tell my family I died doing what I love.
Yeah, being a cheesecake.
Hello. Hi. This is how horror movies start. Have you seen The Hostel?
This is so much better than a hostel.
That guy was
We're
at-
almost there. We're almost there.
Okay. This is it. Okay. Hey, you know what? All right. Here it goes.
You ready?
Yeah, let me see.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. What? This is so much better than I expected. How much total is this?
4.5.
4.5?
So almost 5.
This equals about $17. 4.5 of this. Isn't that crazy? Vietnam's wild.
Dùng đẹp vào. Ok chưa?
Okay. Are you cute? Yeah.
À, quá ok luôn nhỉ.
Wow, udah kedengeran suara klakson. Yo, brother, I'm about to get 50 tips. Ah, this is crazy.
So these are the top 5 things that I would avoid doing if we were going back to Vietnam. Obviously this is just our opinion, so take what you will from it. The first thing is to probably just avoid Moi Nay. It's a sweet seaside town, but there's literally nothing to do there apart from go to the sand dunes tour, which is super touristy and not really that exciting. If you want to go to a beach in Vietnam, head to Nha Trang. It's got a lovely beach, great sunbed, super cheap. Chill out there for a few days on the beach rather than go to Moi Nay. Secondly, in Hoi An, do not go to the coconut boats. It's a huge tourist trap. They get hundreds and hundreds of tourists in, put them in these boats, play Gangnam Style really loudly, make you pay X amount of money to sit on it, and then take you off it, and that's literally it. So not worth it. I keep seeing TikToks about how great it is, and I just felt really confused after we went there because it just really wasn't great, so would avoid that. Number 3 is to avoid certain hostels doing the Hai Giang Loop. If you know, you know, because they do it in huge groups of people where it's actually just unsafe. They go so quickly that they're not even looking at the views properly. People have hurt themselves doing that tour. We did it with Bong backpackers. They were great. There was maximum 15 people in the group. Felt super safe the whole time, and the accommodation they put us in was really lovely. So would highly recommend doing it with Bong backpackers if you're looking. Do not ever, ever, ever eat where nobody else is eating in Vietnam. If you see a street food seller where no one is going to it, locals or tourists, don't go there. Only eat the street food where locals are going to, because that will be the cheapest and the best food that you'll eat. The only time we got sick is when we ate in Western restaurants or restaurants that weren't that busy. And the 5th thing is, don't book buses through your hostel. They will often book you onto really rubbish buses and charge you much more, book through Want to Go Asia. They have the best VIP and sleeper buses in the whole of Asia and Vietnam. They are so nice and super cheap, so just book through them and you can see pictures of exactly what bus you're getting onto.
Things I wish I knew before going to Vietnam, Part 1. I spent a month in Vietnam, but I had planned only 1 week in Hanoi, which I had to instantly regret. North of Vietnam is the most beautiful, with the most things to see and do, such as the Hai Phong Loop. Hanoi is very cheap, and there are tons of free things to do. Also meals from $1. You've probably seen these arms before. This is the Golden Arms Bridge in Bana Hills. That's in Da Nang, which is basically in the center of Vietnam. That's where I got this luxury hotel room for $15, right next to a cute beach. Bana Hills are incredible. There's the French Village and more. In south of Vietnam, there's Ho Chi Minh City, aka ex-Saigon. It's a business city with not that many touristic things to do. You can visit war tunnels and so on from this city.
Come on, you can come.
Come on. What? You scared?
Hi, you can sit. Go ahead.
You speak English?
Oh, you speak a little English? Oh, you want to speak English? Good job.
Where are you from?
I'm from America.
Oh, you're from America?
Yes. Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Oh. Help me pick something that's good.
Here.
What is it?
It's crab.
Oh, crab. You talking my language. I'm going to go swimming after I eat. You like to swim?
Yeah.
You like to swim?
Do you want to drink?
Do I want to drink? What's to drink? What should we get? I'll have water. Water.
Nicola. How many?
One water. One water. Yeah, how do I say thank you in your language?
Cảm ơn.
Cảm ơn. Cảm ơn. Ah, okay. How do I say my name is?
Tên tôi là.
Tên tôi là. Tên tôi là. Lily. Tên tôi là Lily.
Vietnam or Southeast Asia in general has not been the easiest place for me to travel through, build community with, and connect with in a lot of ways in comparison to other places that I've traveled to. But there was still something always calling me here and to stay, and I've been being obedient. And so last night I told one of my salsa community member friends that, hey, I leave in 2 weeks. And I woke up this morning to a poll for the group planning me a farewell party. And I don't take this lightly because Vietnamese people, while they are nice, they are not the most warm people. But honestly, it's more than that. It's not lost on me that I'm a black girl from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My grandparents picked cotton. My mom was a single parent and had me later in life. The life I live today is literally something I could have never dreamed of. The people that I've met along the way are people that in a past life I would have never even have a conversation with. And to know that no matter where I go in this world, I will be loved and loved. That's just a feeling that it humbles you. It keeps me grateful and it makes me know I have to keep going. I don't know what is on the other side of this, but I know God's hand is in the middle of all of it. And I am truly honored and grateful for it all.
Don't come to Vietnam. It's a really weird place. The locals will smile at you for no reason. They'll do their best to help you even though you obviously can't communicate properly with them. I mean, what kind of people do that? You'll also have to eat Vietnamese food. Homemade noodles with fresh herbs, barbecue cooked right in front of you. Who wants that? And locally grown coffee served up everywhere you look. It's madness, so remember this. After you get past enjoying the variety of food and the friendliness of the people, you can finally attempt to see the sights. These won't always come easy though. You'll have to work for it. But if you put in the effort, you'll be rewarded and never want to leave. So come prepared and remember this.
I'm sorry. Vietnam? Since when do y'all got money like this? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, my place is nice. My place is over there. But I was wondering, okay, because when I saw them terrorists, when Trump said he was gonna tax y'all 49%, I was like, why would he do Vietnam? You know, like Vietnam like that. Like Vietnam is like, it's not poor, but you know, Y'all got money. I have never seen so many Benzes lined up. Like, y'all rich. Vietnam rich, y'all. And nobody was gonna tell me.
Standards and employees. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You don't tell me what to do. Okay, if she hits me again, I'm gonna record it. Hello. 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 Oh my god, stop. He's coming down. Hello. 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 You're so small. Hello.
Alright, y'all, that's it for this vacation trips from hell when it comes to Vietnam. I hope you guys have learned a lot. I want to see you guys' opinions. Like I always say, we have so many vacation trips from hell videos, but they have solutions, so y'all can go. I'm gonna add the Vietnam in the vacation playlist. Make sure you look for the vacation playlist. I have so many countries there that you can literally look at before you go, and I've had so many people comment and commenting like, oh, before I go here, I usually make sure I come watch this and see what to look out. And that's what it's about. It's not just exposing people or whatever, or putting it out there. No, this actually should help people out there who are travelers, people who believe in especially even solo travelers, female travelers, people who just want to go and travel. This should be a big eye-opener, you know, to go and help people out there. And like I said, y'all can let me know y'all experiences, because like I always say, not everyone's experience is the same. And then for those people who will be like, oh, maybe the video is biased and this, no, those are just experiences that are there. If you have a better experience, post it, and then maybe next time I will include it. That's all it is. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, but I have another video in store for you guys, and I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. I probably should drop it tomorrow or Labor Day, but we are going to have another smoking hot video just in the vault waiting for you guys. So if you haven't yet subscribed and you haven't yet hit that notification bell, make sure you do that like right now, because baby, you don't want to miss this one. Y'all thought that this one was a little drama, a little some, baby, y'all in for another one. So make sure you do that, subscribe, like the video up, help with the engagement. Like y'all have been seeing, some people have been telling me they have hit this notification bell, but they don't get the notification. As y'all know, YouTube has so many changes throughout, so many new things going on YouTube. Some people complaining about views, and even big time YouTubers taking breaks, you know, going because of just a mental health break, or just experiencing burnout. And even just, you know, when things change, like policies change on YouTube and views go down, that can be tremendous to a lot of people. So just go support your local people, the people you mess with on a daily. Trust me, if you enjoy their channel, if you don't get the notification and it's someone who usually posts consistently, go check up on their page, click up on there, because they might have some videos that they want you guys to watch, but YouTube is not pushing at the moment. I've been seeing that comment, and I appreciate the people who have always check on my page to check if there's a new video, because you guys, as soon as I drop, I like the fact that you guys just get to watching, get to commenting, engaging, and that helps the channel, helps get these videos to reach more people. And I know a lot of people enjoy these vacation videos and a lot of other videos that I have in my playlist. Go to the playlist tab as well. Don't forget to also subscribe on my vlogging channel. I'm going to be dropping some videos. I know y'all, it's been a lot, but this is the main channel. Make sure you do all that, and I appreciate all you guys when the road to 50,000. Can y'all believe that? I can't even believe that. But all praises to God and all thanks to you guys for supporting me and supporting my journey. They're literally people who watch me since the beginning, and I really appreciate you guys. I see you guys in the comments. I will never pass your comment. Y'all heard that right. That's it. My day ones, no, as soon as y'all drop, that's just one thing I never miss is y'all comments and y'all love and whatever y'all say, you know, and your opinions. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Stay safe out there. It can be crazy out here in the world, but just make sure you stay safe. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you stay healthy. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Make sure you enjoy your time. Take a break, go out, relax, enjoy the sun, take a trip, take a walk at the park, y'all. Just breathe in. I know it can be a lot going in the world, but just take that time off to like just give yourself a cleanse from the electronics. Sometimes I like to do that. I like just to go take a walk in the park or go to the gym and, you know, just enjoy my time and just zone out. Go to the swimming pool. I actually need to go swimming, y'all, because summer is almost done and I haven't been to the pool. How is that even possible? But now my hair is done. I'm about to go to the pool later on today. But that being said, tomorrow I have a fresh new video for y'all. Tomorrow or Labor Day. I think, yeah, I'll probably space it out either tomorrow or Labor Day. So hit that notification bell. Check up on the channel. Anytime you don't see me, look me up /by Sandy. You know what's up. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys stay safe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Hey Zuma, you taking off?